I began to not feel great in myself, and I think for a long time I kind of denied it and sort of thought, I'm just a bit down in the dumps, you know. And I used to worry. I remember looking at him when he was a baby and thinking, this is a terrible world I'm bringing him into. We'll be watching terrible things on television, but you were vulnerable to that. Yeah. And I became very worried about, you know, all sorts of things that weren't really, you know, that I shouldn't be worrying about. Everything was fine, but in your head you're not fine. So eventually I kind of had a bit of a meltdown, and I needed to go for help. And
was it postnatal depression?
It was postnatal depression, and it brought on. It's a very frightening thing.
I can imagine.
Because nobody puts a name on it, and this was more than 30 or 30. He's 38 now, so it's 35 years ago, 38, 37 years ago. And, you know, depression or postnatal depression, any sort of depression was never talked about. So, you know, it was frightening, and I didn't know much myself about it. Yeah. And luckily, my doctor sent me to somebody for help. And I think having gone through it that first time, and I did get well, you know, not too long after, but it was the fear of never being able to smile and be happy again. I think the first time anyone is in depression, I'd say this to anybody who's out there feeling bad, there is light at the end of the tunnel, because it did happen to me again, but it wasn't as frightening, because I felt it's okay. I was okay before. I came back around. There is light, and I'll be okay again.
Because you had confronted it, and you've been guided in the right direction, and you knew that if you were to dip there again, that there was somewhere to go. That's what you're saying.
It's a little easier, I think.
I can imagine.
Second time around, but the first time it's terrifying.
I love that you're talking about it. I think it's really healthy.
Well, it's, you know, I think it's important to talk about it.
I think so too.
You know, there's too much, you know, there's still a bit of stigma attached to mental health and mental illness, even though more and more people are talking about it, you know. But I do think it's important for everyone. Nobody goes through life everything wonderful all the time. It's not like that. And of course, people look at me as a singer and, you know, successful female artist and 3 beautiful, healthy kids and a happy marriage. Why would I, what have I got to complain about? But it's not about that. It's not about your life. It's about what's going on inside your body and your head, particularly, you know?
It is. And those experiences inform, I suspect, your performances then, and what song is emotional at a certain time, or how you want to carry a tune.
Well, the music did help me.
I bet it did.
You know, and I think music is a great healer. And, you know, people listen to music in hard times, and they listen to it in happy times.
For sure.
And that's what music should be. It should make you emotional almost. It should let you cry or let you laugh, you know?